welcome back to the podcast.
Hello. Hello.
This is me, Guy.
It's Fryer here.
Just ridiculous.
That is just ridiculous.
With Paul and Guy.
Which it is.
It's everything.
Well, it's fucking ridiculous. If you don't think it's ridiculous, you're not paying attention.
Don't try too hard.
I'm thinking of going out for a pint with Farage.
Oh, yeah?
Nigel Farage. Have you heard of him?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
I think he'd be a really good guy to go out for a pint with. What do you think?
Well, I don't think he'd let someone like you...
Take him to a really rough pub and get him arseholed.
No, he's too clever for that.
What do you mean he's too clever for it?
He's just got this country, hasn't he, by the balls.
He really has, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's a dirty
I've been so
bastard.
surprised at how successful
Well, do you like him? Loads of people I know.
I used to, but I don't know.
Kind of like him, which I find a bit disturbing. Because I just think he's like a fucking... He's like a bank manager who's got too big for his boots.
Well, the danger is he's got so polished now. He's just exactly like the thing that he was standing
Railing
against,
against,
and that he was the antidote for.
Yeah.
You know.
And now he's become like a weird, twisted version of that.
But the epileptic fit or the seizure that the country is in is not over yet.
No, it isn't.
You keep thinking, we're going to come out of it and we're going to sit up and go, phew.
The paroxysms.
Yeah. Every country should go through them.
It's like lockjaw.
Yeah, well, the country's writhing on the floor.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Kicking itself to death.
Yeah.
I fucking love it, me, actually. I have to say, to me, it is coasting along, gets you fucking nowhere. You have to go through the fire occasionally.
You have to.
Otherwise, what's life for?
Yeah, and we've been through the British have a way of going through the fire before everyone else.
Yeah, that's right. Watch this space, motherfuckers, in Europe. I just think, I mean, actually the Greeks did it before us, but they've got an even longer history of doing that, haven't they? There's only the Poles, really, that can say that they've got the edge on all of us.
The Greeks had such a great season that they basically packed in the club. It's like, it went so well. Oh, fuck this, we've done this. There's absolutely no point trying it.
Yeah, that's it. We did it all. I mean, look, all this stuff these fuckers are doing now, we basically invented.
It's like they had like 7 huge hits in their 20s. Fuck that.
Top of everything. Not even just the football league. Top of the charts.
Yeah, now they're just on their sofa.
Yeah.
Slobbing
out.
Slobbing. Laughing
Belly.
at everyone else is trying.
Exactly.
Everyone's attacking.
Yeah. It's too fucking hot there anyway to do anything.
Have you got any Greek friends?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
Who?
Pascal
Oh, yeah?
Latra. She used to go out with Michael from the colony room, so she's tough.
Bloody hell, that's a gig.
That's a gig and a half, isn't it?
I thought he had boyfriends.
No, that was Ian Board before.
Oh, yeah, right.
Michael was quite heterosexual.
I'd like to put it on record, I hardly ever went to the colony rooms. I didn't really approve of it.
You've already said that.
Oh, okay.
But why didn't you approve? Yeah, because you were a member of the fucking Groucho. We weren't allowed in there, Guy, because you had to be a member and have a credit card, and I had neither. So we used to climb through the back window and go in there because we were allowed in the colony because it was for weirdos and misfits and people who couldn't get in the fucking Groucho Club.
Right.
In those days, I hated the Groucho Club, actually. But it was great if you went in there and managed to get hold of somebody else's credit card. Then it was fucking cool.
You didn't need a credit card in those days.
Well, you needed to be able to walk up to the bar and say, can you put it on so-and-so's account?
Yeah. And they all knew you. Yeah.
Yeah. There were some characters in the colony, though. They weren't all good. I mean, but funny. Funny people. I mean, like people like...
That bog was a bit heavy in the colony.
The green bog. There was that weird green penis in the corner. It was a pipe that had been capped off. A lead pipe.
I was about to say the pipes in the bog.
It kind of rounded off, and it looked like a cock coming out of the wall, a green cock. And when you were off your bosoms in there, crouched over the loo.
Did you have you didn't think it was a glory hole, did you?
No, I didn't, Guy.
Sorry, I lost myself there.
God, for fuck's sake. There were some bad things happening in that club, but there were also a lot of good things too. But I'm not going to go on about Soho. It is what it is. It was what it was. Like so many places.
Can I have some more wine?
Yeah, I mean, you could go on about all that, can't you? Like I could...
The good old days.
The good old days. Everyone's talking about the good old days.
Like my sister talking about Italy, yeah.
You're not allowed to say that because that's from the last one, and we're supposed to be in a new place and a new time now, Guy. Transpose yourself. So, I'm thinking, Guy,
Oh yeah. Steady on.
that I might.
Oh God.
I'm thinking about moving to a hot country for a while.
Are you?
Yeah,
I would recommend that.
just to like get the feel.
Quite far away from me.
Yeah, very far. We'll have to do this via Skype.
Oh right, it's like we become musicians that we can just we never meet, but we make hit singles.
Because we don't like each other anymore.
Exactly. The band doesn't talk.
What do you think about the idea of going doing the thing that the CIA do, but on the other side, and starting up a revolution? Because that's what the kids are doing now. So, for instance, I could go to, I don't know, maybe somewhere really nice, like Portugal.
And foment
unrest
unrest
in a positive way.
Well, how could that be? How could that be positive? Shouldn't you just leave them do what they want?
No, get their whole.
Isn't it better just go to the beach?
Eco stuff, do some eco stuff over there.
No, for fuck's sake.
Guy.
That's their business.
Yeah, but the English are good at that, But normally we do it in a negative way.
Going and making trouble.
Not making trouble, just
a benevolent empire.
Yeah.
It's hard to conceive of one of those.
Well, yeah.
It's the Swedish Empire. Actually, the Swedes are quite tough.
Making, for instance, getting the economy switched over to making dune buggies and things that people really need and want, like really nice
dune buggies.
Trousers.
Need and want. You don't need and want dune buggies.
Yeah, or electric ones, a bit like a golf cart that goes a bit faster. This is off the top of my head. Nice trousers, because nice trousers are really hard to get.
Why? Why do you think I can't make nice trousers?
Trousers are shit. Have you not noticed that?
Yeah, well,
men's trousers are horrible.
Yeah, I hardly have any. I've been throwing all my clothes away.
I know, that's what I mean.
I've been wearing my clothes and I'm throwing them all away.
None of them are worth buying.
So few left, I have to go out and buy some more.
Yeah, Guy just puts them in the bin. I'm saying take them to the charity shop, but Guy's got a problem with charity.
I know, not with charity, but with people organising it for me, I don't like. I don't like giving my money to someone else to give to another third party. I can do it myself.
Right.
It's like, what, you don't know anyone who needs a pair of trousers? Actually, I don't need anyone who needs a pair of trousers. I'm not going to give it to some other person to give someone else.
Yeah.
Anyway, who wants my trousers?
Did I ever tell you about that place that was out the back of the studio?
My mate turned up in my clothes the other day because after giving, so that's why I had a bad experience with the charity shop. Someone persuaded me to take down a couple of black bags of my clothes, and the next thing I happened to have a party, and my mate turns up wearing my clothes.
All your clothes.
Not he was wearing my jacket actually. I think I saw my shirt somewhere else in the party.
You didn't give him your underpants, did you?
No.
Good.
No.
I once went to when I was going out with Polly years ago, and I went to her parents are really lovely, and her stepdad, he's had quite a bad stutter, and he spent most of his time doing up an old car that he'd got. That it was not a Turner, it was something like that. But anyway, he was a sweet man, and he organised the ceramic department at the V&A, but he was retired when I met him, and I went into I think it was Chipping Norton, to the charity shop, and found this really nice Asser and Turnbull shirt, and immediately took my shirt off and put this new one in and walked in to lunch with them, and he sat there and he went, I used to have a shirt just like that one. And I realised that I was wearing his shirt.
I got rid of it because it had a coffee stain just
with the yeah, exactly. And I said, do you like it? I said, I just got it from a charity shop. And he went, oh. Well, then in that case, it is my shirt. He was rolling his eyes who is this idiot? Get him out of here. Not suitable. Suitability of children suitability of suitors for one's friends and relatives and offspring, Guy. Are you somebody who helicopters that kind of thing?
No, people do what they must.
Do you think so?
Let them do their thing.
Yes.
Let them do their thing. Sometimes it's a challenge. But let people do their thing, that's what I say. Do your thing. Do your thing. You have to do your thing.
Yeah.
And you can't get in the way of anyone.
Yeah, but sometimes you just think about maybe a certain friend.
When he
and
turns
you
up with
think,
a rotter.
That's the third rotter she's been out with in a row. And you think,
Because
my
she
God,
likes rotters.
who is
What's
this
the fucking problem?
dickhead?
She likes it.
Who is this unutterable
Because she likes
shit?
a rotter. And all I can say is, thank God some women
Well,
like a rotter.
Not just a
would be out
rotter, a
of business.
dickhead, or a dickhead, an unpleasant, even borderline violent dickhead.
No, we don't like that.
I mean, no, but it happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
Do you think it's true that people? Well, I mean,
would you take her aside and say, "Can I just point out to you"?
You can never do that.
Exactly.
You can never do it.
No, it's not cool.
And it's not only not cool; it's really inadvisable because it's probably going to cement it.
Do you think so?
People love to be contrary. I'm saying people a lot. I've got to say that. I'm going to get shot down. I'm going to get shot down for this. But what I mean is some women that I know are like that because, and I know I'm being. Look, I know I'm on really thin ice now. So if I'm offending anyone, I apologise. But it's fucking true. My mum was like that. She went out with some proper shits.
My mum went out with a shit or two, but they were often really nice.
Is it because men are shits?
Basically, I think you could be uncovering a truth there.
Men are shits.
No, and the really nice
and
ones.
women are gullible.
And the really nice ones are boring. That's the problem.
Now
Those who aren't shits are boring.
There's a title for a book. Never mind, men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Men are shits, women are gullible.
Yeah.
It's got million seller written all over it. Men are... Oh no, I'm not going to say that. That's really bad. I cannot.
But
say
all
that.
I can say is thank God, or else you and I would be have left alone, led a lonely life.
A lonely old life.
No.
No, we're not shits, guy. We're misguided, perhaps. I mean, I think, there's a difference between saying something that you believe at the time and making a mistake. Yeah. Than deliberately leading someone down the fucking garden path and taking everything you can from them.
Is that what you do?
Guy, no. But I've seen it happen.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it, Guy, with these mince pies.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've made some mistakes.
Yes. But then again, too few to mention.
Yeah, exactly. How many is too few? in that line.
Too few to mention.
Let's mention them.
Yes. What do you mean too few? When it regrets, I've had a few.
What woman says, don't worry, there's too few to mention? No.
Well, you just mentioned them.
Hold on a moment.
You just mentioned them.
Exactly.
So what are they? Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to Wait a minute. Let's what do they say?
Examine
Let's drill down into that data. All right, okay, I admit it. Loads of them. It's wonderful how you meet.
The song would have gone off in a completely different direction.
Different tangent. Like that time I had a poo on the roof by accident. I love how mercifully free, when you talk to a teenager or a young person who is just becoming an adult, and they're like, how mercifully free they are of all those burdens and all those regrets. It's really strange, isn't it?
Actually, I find them quite anxious, those teenagers.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Were you much happier when you had a few regrets under your belt then, Guy? Tucked under there. Yes, excellent. There goes another one for the collection. I really fucked that up. Imagine what it's like, though, if you've really made a fucking balls of something, like, for instance, well, I didn't mean to shoot him, but he really pissed me off, so I shot him, and I did 15 years. But I'm out now, and it's fine. What exactly were you in jail for? Well, you see, it's like this. I met a guy who'd run somebody over quite recently. A very wealthy guy from the Arabian Peninsula who was driving a high-performance car and drove into the back of somebody who was wheeling a car and turned this car over 3 times and smashed it to smithereens. I believe it was a Gallardo, something like that. Very fast supercar. And he said he was so drunk he stumbled out of the wreckage and was covered in blood. And he said he totally annihilated this guy and the donkey that was... I mean, they said there was just bits of him everywhere. And he was like, get me a fucking drink, get me a drink. And the locals came out of the village.
Is he a close friend?
And just grabbed, somebody I met at a party who told me about this, and grabbed him and attempted to lynch him.
Yeah, that happens in Jamaica. If you knock a child over in a village, if you stop, you're quite likely to be killed.
Lynched. Yeah. Well, he said they had the rope.
I don't know if that's true now. It used to be like
he
that.
said the policeman came and fired his gun or something, and everyone moved out of the way. And he said, I said, well, what happened? He said, the thing is,
In my country.
my country.
It's not quite the same as
That's the line.
It's in my country.
In my country.
Yeah.
Well, he said, in my country, I am very wealthy. I had to pay blood money. So he basically...
Bought his way out of it.
And I said, how much did it cost? What does a life cost in your country? And he said, about 3,000 to 4,000 US.
I'm surprised there isn't a tourist industry based on Americans going over there.
Joyriding.
$4,000.
A bit like-
It's trophy hunting.
What's it called? You're like
And you
a
can
live
knife them,
version
you
of
mount their heads on your Texan
a live version
bar
of Grand Theft Auto. Don't even... if you can think it, somebody else is thinking it.
Well, when they run out of animals, surely.
Which they must be on their way to
Yeah,
doing
they've got to
now.
shoot something.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because what you could do is you could do a deal, couldn't you, with a wealthy trophy hunter and say, you can hunt me, but in return I want 5 million for my family.
Would you do that?
Well, in
What,
a
your
way,
brother?
isn't that what parents do? They sacrifice themselves for their family.
Many do, yeah, many do.
Yeah.
Yeah, many do for their kids. Yeah.
So maybe that would be a good way around it. Everyone's a winner.
It's a bit depressing.
It's not that depressing, guys. It's a solution.
So say we decide to do that, Paul, and you say you can shoot me, but you got to give £5 million. I don't have a family, so give it to guys. So give it to guys. You give it to Guy Kenaway.
I'm not giving you any fucking money for my own.
address.
No,
What kind of run for your money would they get?
Guy, no.
It's like would you just stand there and they just line up the sights? Or
No,
would
well,
you
then you wouldn't get the money, would you?
You would run. You'd have to make a game of it.
Well, not only that, you would actually want to. You'd have to build something into it to say, look, if
Give
I
me
can,
a 10-minute start.
if I can get
Give me a 10
4
minute
miles
start.
away, or whatever, you'd do a deal, wouldn't you? And say, if I can get this distance away, then I get the money anyway, and you don't get to kill me.
Right.
So there'd have to be an element of sport in it, wouldn't there?
Shooting humans for sport.
Yeah. It's going to happen.
Trophy hunting. The ultimate trophy.
Most people who are anti people killing animals would rather humans shot other humans.
I believe that could be true.
And let's face it, there's plenty of us to go around. I don't know, it's funny though, isn't it? Some people are really not happy with that. I guess that's what war is. Isn't it? Getting rid of a few, what do you call it? Thinning the herd. Thinning the herd.
laggers.
Thinning the herd with a Gatling gun. Humans.
What a shower.
I think but I do think, we are on our way to something amazing. Meanwhile, I read this morning, Jeff Bezos,
Again.
the richest man in the world, apparently,
Okay.
worth an estimated 170 billions, 170,000 million,
Yeah.
has decided that the Earth has served its
He's not rich
purpose.
enough.
The Earth is a bitch. We've finished our news, and we're all going to go and live in rotating cylinders orbiting the sun. I kid you not. Who is this fucking wanker? Do you know what I think? These people have got lucky and they've made all this money. And all right,
That's not Lark Amazon.
no, he's a genius in one direction.
He's an
guy.
organisation.
A very narrow band genius.
Just getting a package out of this house. And the stamp
Yeah,
takes
exactly
me about
right.
a week.
Yes,
You know
I
what
understand
mean?
that.
And getting it to the post office
But it's
and
like
doing all that.
it's like a postman running the world.
Yeah, it is.
It's horrendous. And now he's decided, because he used to watch Thunderbirds, that we're all going to live on fucking rotating cylinders. And do you know what there'll be in the middle of these cylinders, Guy?
What?
A grav-free area, a recreation zone, where we can all float about and presumably vomit and...
What does grab free mean?
Grav.
Grav-free,
Grav-free. Yeah. No gravity. I just read it this morning, I despaired. And this was a keynote speech he gave. I mean, so presumably what we're going to do is plunder the rest of the resources in the earth to make these ridiculous fucking tin cans I mean, folly, isn't it? Is it folly?
I think so.
Oh my God. Maybe we are doomed.
Yeah, the Reaper's on his way. He's sharpening his axe.
There's not one
side.
No, he hasn't. He's been recruiting.
And he's coming towards us.
There's a whole fucking team of them now.
Anything we can do.
Yeah.
Get ready for some change.
It was the 4 horsemen, and now it's like the charge of the fucking light brigade.
They're coming at us.
Yeah, well.
Enjoy this summer. This could be the last one we know.
No, I don't think so.
You don't-
I know, no, I really think something miraculous is going to happen.
Well, we're tenacious beasts, the human.
The same friend that I was telling you about the 4x4s and the double denim and the husband called
Simon
said that her daughter had submitted. She's 7, and she submitted an essay at school talking about UFOs and how they are probably real.
Oh, God.
No, wait a minute. Now listen to this. So she said, I took exception to this. She said because. She said it's her prerogative to investigate this, and there are serious people investigating it too. So she said I went and had an argument with a school teacher.
Oh, God.
And I immediately fired off this thing which I'd seen, which is the US Navy have had so many fucking sightings of flying saucers since 2014. It's been like a massive increase that they've instigated a special investigation to try and find out what they are. And they're trying to change the culture within the US Navy so that the reporting of these sightings is easier, because they reckon that what they're hearing is about as well as the tip of the iceberg, because a lot of people won't talk about it. So I sent that off to a guy. So what about that, mate?
Okay.
Something miraculous could happen.
I just think it's called enabling that.
Guy, I'm talking to you about a news item.
All right, okay.
I mean, have you read it?
No.
Why are you so...
Because I just think we've got so many more interesting things to talk about than, speculating on, little Martians.
They're not going to be little Martians, Guy.
Oh, God, here we go. What are they going to be? No, seriously, Paul.
Very
Make
clever.
it good, because you've got 4 sentences. Oh, I'm cutting you off.
Clever beings, Guy.
That's one.
Clever beings.
Oh, yeah. What do they look like?
Don't know. Like us, probably. If they want.
Us, but clever.
Exactly. Human beings, but clever. That's what we need. Come on down! For fuck's sake! Make it fast. Look, see that up there, right? At the moment, there's this plane streaking across the sky, probably travelling at about 550 miles an hour.
Yeah, there's a long contrail.
Don't start on that. I'm not talking about the contrail. I'm talking about the jet that's producing
that
the condensation.
Tiny little silver thing in front.
And if you think about that guy, 100 years ago...
Where's he going? He's coming from the west.
I don't care where he's going.
I'll tell you what, that's coming from America.
That's an identified flying object.
Yeah.
But 100 years ago, that would have been utterly inconceivable.
Because it hadn't been invented, the jet engine.
Yes, but...
It's perfectly understandable.
Discovered, invented, whatever it is, But the thing is...
But they're flying 100 years ago, Paul.
Hey?
They weren't flying 100 years ago.
Well, they were, actually. In 1918, they were flying. We had an air force, actually. But what we didn't have was jets that could travel at twice or 3 times the speed of sound.
Is that coming into Gatwick?
That was science fiction, Guy. So just open your mind. I know I keep telling you this, but, I can't believe you live in Glastonbury and you're completely untouched by the culture. Are you here to try and debunk everything?
No, not at all. I'm a scientific, a hard, cold, truthful eye cast upon, the world is how I like to see myself.
I'd love to have a little...
Analytic.
Should we have a little wager, Guy?
Oh, yeah.
That in the next 10 years...
I bet you something today, actually, didn't I? Lost it, didn't I?
You did, yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Let's not go into that, but it was a little bet about something which you did. But I'm going to make you a wager now.
Okay.
That in the next 10 years, within 10 years, we will have incontrovertible proof of extraterrestrial life. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Do you take the bet?
Yeah, okay.
How much do you want to bet?
I'll bet you £100.
I'll bet you 100 grand.
Paul.
Come on, Guy.
Typical Paul.
Come on, Guy.
No, because I would like to be paid.
Oh, you would be paid?
No, Paul. In that case, I'm going for the £100. I'd prefer the £100 over the 100 grand.
Let's make it a grand, then. Let's make it interesting.
Actually, in 10 years' time, a grand will be...
100 grand will be like 20 quid.
A cup of coffee and...
You'll be like, you owe me that shirt. As the howling wind whips around us.
Right. And the Martians.
And the Martian death rays of...
Yeah, they're all in the kitchen, the Martians.
Raking the land.
Through my fridge.
For the last bit of earthling
I thought
food.
we were going to be more intelligent, though.
Yeah, no, they're just greedy.
They're going at my fridge, wham through. They haven't put the recycling out.
I read a story once.
They're like crashed out on the sofa.
Exactly,
Smelling of feet. Smelling of feet.
And they love to smoke rubber. It gets them really high.
They found an old tyre.
They've had the wheels off the car. They've had everything. Can you just get out of here? Watson, black. He keeps pointing that thing at me.
Martian houseguests.
Yeah, don't do it. We were thinking about going to Chernobyl.
Oh, are we actually allowed in? Surely they don't.
No, you can go in.
There'd be so many
60,000 visitors last year, tourists.
That's Facebook. That's the power of Facebook, because they're always Facebook photos up.
Yeah. All
looking for a schoolroom where the desks are overturned and the lesson is halfway on the blackboard.
And some dust and a hat.
Yeah.
And they're like, fuck me, look at that dust and that hat. Let's go and have a look anyway.
We can drive there, can we?
Yeah, and we can pick up.
So we go over on the ferry, hack east.
Yeah, is it a long drive?
Va papier, s'il vous plaît. It'd be great. I'd have to show your papers and you get your passport
Ukraine.
stamped, and you'll go through some really quiet.
How do you get to Ukraine? Switzerland?
And then beyond that into Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria.
Czechoslovakia.
Maybe take a little turn up to Czechoslovakia, go to Prague. And then keep hacking east.
Yeah.
Until they say, turn your car around.
Yes. No, this is not safe. You can go, but you have rubles.
Great.
You can give euros. And we go in.
Yeah.
We should get some special suits.
And with our natural easy charm, we're immediately taken to the partisan leader.
To the
bearded bloke with a really hot woman in a cage.
No, guy, to the control
with a load of
centre.
ammunition in the back. Oh, what?
They take us to the control.
Oh, it's Chernobyl. Oh, right.
Next to Radioactive. Where are you?
I've gone off the partisans in the hills.
No.
Oh, right, okay.
We're going to the control room.
Oh, God, and you want all those knobs and everything.
The dusty control room.
Right. Where the last horrible snatch conversations of who's going to phone
who's going to call them and tell them what you've done, Vlad. It wasn't me, Vlad, it was you. You pressed you pulled that lever. And then we go in there and the guy gets his counter and he goes, and it's completely off the scale.
Right.
So what? Me and you are like, whoa, getting
bathing in it.
A frisson of delight.
Bring it on. We are English.
And we tried to pod, and it's like, so here we are in the control, because the chip in the recorder's not working properly because of all the gamma rays.
Right. And inside, is it actually? Obviously, it's radioactive. Is it also visibly hot inside? Kind of yellow or red or something. Is something glowing inside?
Well, no.
It stopped glowing.
I think there's a nightclub though.
What, inside?
In Pripyat. They've reopened a nightclub down there, so they don't tell anyone about it, but so you can go there, and it's called something like Radon nightclub.
This is a niche.
And you go in there, and everyone's got like radiation suits on. And
they don't need the UV lights.
And they listen to really fucking hard techno. Like that for about 3 hours.
I'll be in the restaurant, you can go and do that.
No, come on, guy, we'll do some crocodile.
What's that?
Crocodile.
What's that? Is that a drug?
It's this Russian drug that they make in a bathtub, and out of Drano and stuff like that.
What's Drano?
It's like drain cleaner, and this drug is so potent that it sends you mental, and then after about the 5th time you take it, your skin starts to turn really thick and flaky, like a crocodile's, and that's why it's called crocodile.
Can't see this drug taking.
It's fucking took off in Russia.
Really?
Yeah, they love it over there.
Why?
Because they can't get all else.
They can't get a decent blim. No, I couldn't score, so we got this.
Got this stuff. I tell you what, you laugh now, but
well,
1 o'clock in the morning.
What do you got?
half a bottle of Stolichnaya in you. You'll be like,
Go on.
Fuck it, give it a go.
Rack it up.
Scraped off the wall of the reactor. No, seriously, I think we should go and have a look.
Yeah. How many days will it take us to get there?
How bad can it be?
How long does it take to drive to Chernobyl from Chepton Mallet? Let's get it on the Google. Turn left on the A37.
And we can get some stickers for our car saying stuff like "Why fronts prevent fallout," and Chernobyl.
No, exactly.
Chernobyl fall off.
Nuclear work, danke.
Nuclear, ja, danke. And silver suits. We have to wear silver suits.
I think my day. Too bad. Let's talk to each other.